episode on June 5th, but we talk, listen, you know how when you ask me my favorite interviews of all time and I say like Brandy, Lala, I just love the people I fucking loved talking. He's like, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Every other word, he's like, yeah, what are you going to do about it? I'm like, this is why I love Juicy. This is so, there's no media spin. There's no, let me choose my words carefully. I'm like, this is just an awesome, and listen, I do have a lot of, look, it's an interesting interview because he doesn't take account for like, he feels like, what's well it's not and I'm not choosing sides. He's like, look, look what happens. I lost, so my heart goes out to him. And then there's a lot of talk where he's just like, I don't understand, like, if this happened in Italy, like, what, you don't pay your taxes, you get like a slap on the wrist, you get a fine, you take a few minutes in jail. He's like, to be deported over taxes, this is crazy. So there's a lot where I'm like, this, like, the interview is going to be polarized. It's going to be polarizing. The interview will be polarizing. It'll be, people are going to be, it's just, everyone needs to listen. I really am not going to voice my opinion. I love him as a person.
I'm sure he's lovely, but I mean, didn't he live in this country for something like 25 years? He was like basically, but he wouldn't ever do the paperwork to become an American citizen. Am I wrong? I mean, okay. I mean,
right. He's gone, baby. He's gone. Our Juicy is gone. Sarah, one of my favorites. Yeah. One of my favorite interviews of all time. I loved him. And now we have this explosive reunion. So listen, I personally don't think the pause is going to end in September. Mind you, I don't know what the big deal is. It's like, I don't think you can have Melissa and Teresa. I mean, I personally do not see how, I'm not even saying how this is going to be solved. Maybe Melissa is kept and Teresa gets her own spinoff show, like I said before. I just don't see, I mean, that is one of my analyses, is that Teresa and Louis, they get a whole family show and but then they're going to have to call this New Jersey Housewives, and Teresa's like, I want to stay till the end. I don't see them getting rid of her. I just don't see how they're keeping Melissa and Teresa. However this is solved, I'm done hypothesizing. I'm exhausted. Listen to Patreon. I don't think you can keep Melissa and Teresa. I think it's gone too far. This is an explosive reunion, Sarah Fraser.
Very. There's some other things I want to ask you about, like aside from Jersey. Is there anything else in Jersey?
Let's go, baby. Where do you want to go?
What do you make of Bethany Frankel's new YouTube show that's supposedly the real reality?
What? I mean, it has 125,000 followers subscribers as of today. I looked. I mean,
she probably had those before, right? She probably had a YouTube channel for a long time, right? That wasn't new. You're not I guarantee, right? Did she just start the YouTube channel?
I don't know. I am so confused. She has another one, just like Lisa Rinna we were talking about. Either lean into it. You are Bethany Frankel from The Real Housewives of New York City. Your claim to fame. You're lucky. You actually have. Right,
so what's going on is, hold on. Sorry. I just got on her YouTube. Keep going.
No, I was going to say, it's like Lisa. It's like, my advice to her is like, look, I respected her when she said, I'm above Housewives. I'm not talking about it. Skinny girl, business. Okay, go with that. I understand if you lean in. I am ultra famous because of New York. I'm going back on Legacy. There would have been a Legacy show without Jill Zarin, with Jill holding out for more money. If Bethany Frankel picked up the phone and called and said, I'm in, they would have taken her. There'd be no Kristen Tateman, and there would have been Bethany and Ramona and Jill and the Countess and Dorinda and Sonia, and they would have gone and done a real Legacy, not this girls trip. So to me, it's like, if you want to talk about this, just go back on the fucking show. Because whatever you are making from your YouTube, you would make more if you sign. No, you're not making $5 million or $2 million or whatever number you want to go on Legacy. There would have been a Legacy show. I will tell you this clearly. Without Jill Zarin, who refused to sign because she was offered the least amount of money. Oh, yeah, and Kelly Ben Simone. Bethany and Kelly Ben-Simone, the ratings would have been huge. And she could have done Legacy. And instead of this girls trip for 6 fucking episodes or whatever we're going to get, we would have had Legacy. So pick up the phone, call Bravo, just do it. But doing this Housewives podcast, which, first of all, you started one podcast. It's not a failure, but it ain't in the top. Then you start another podcast about the Housewives Rewives. So instead of just now we have Rewives. That ain't in the top either. It's not doing bad. So now this YouTube to me is like, this girl is looking for her coins. She's looking, and I'm okay with that. But none of it is knocking it out of the park. I don't think you're starting a YouTube channel because you're bored. It's another money grab, which I love a money grab. I live for a money grab. But these other things aren't really working. They're working okay, but they're not working okay for Bethany Frankel, media mogul, millions of dollars. So I'm not shading her. I'm just saying, if you're going to talk about it, just do Legacy and give us Legacy and maybe they would have given her like, I don't know, $1 million, 750.
Make a lot of money with YouTube. So what is the point of this? You don't, I mean, look at you. You're on YouTube. You're getting
you're
getting 1 million plus views a month.
It's days the of least making category, right? It's like, I make money, but I don't make the same I make from ads or all these other revenue streams.
The podcast company that distributes both our shows, here's going behind the velvet rope for you. The podcast company that distributes both of our shows doesn't give 2 fucks about YouTube. They don't care if we distribute. They don't want to know anything about it because you make so little money. You now have to get so many hundreds and hundreds. And you really, I mean, you've got to be bringing in, I'm talking like 5 million a video to make any, and when I say that, I'm saying like
and
10 grand a month or more.
You're talking about TikTok or YouTube?
Oh, TikTok is a joke. You make,
TikTok,
worse. You make even less than YouTube. I mean, TikTok is only a marketing tool for most people. It's not, you don't make any money unless, of course, I mean, if you can be like Addison Rae, I mean, if you can get 32 million views on your TikTok, then you're going to make money. But I mean, do you know how many people do that? 1%. That's why it doesn't make sense. Why is she doing this? It just seems, why is she doing this? We call our friend Carlos King. I mean, what is going on? Even that when you sent me the description of her going, this is the real of reality. I thought to myself, wait, you're a marketing genius that you didn't write this, right? I mean, you're not really using, we're getting real. I mean, this is so stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody believes that anymore. You know what I mean? Like
that tagline is from what year was it? 1990 or whatever the fuck, the first minute of the Real World season 1 where they said, and it's about to get real. Find out what happened.